Seema Arora and representatives from various industries, associations. This is one summit which I will never miss because this talks about sustainability. It doesn't talk about stopping something. It talks about doing something on a regular basis, on sustainable basis. The Hindi translation of sustainable is Satat Vikas. That actually clarifies it more aptly. Satat Vikas. But let me reflect something upon what Deveshwarji has spoken about. Yes, 1 year has passed. Last year when I came here, I had many ideas, but now I have many experiences also during the year. And that counts and that matters. Now I am more than convinced that both protection of environment and development is possible simultaneously. They go hand in hand. They are not against each other, and that is what sustainable development means to me. And to that end, when he was talking about forest, I was in Bhadrachalam and I have seen what ITC does. So, when I discussed this issue with our forest officials, they said, no, forest, we can't allow any privatization, we can allow any. I said, what we are doing today? Importing. When you import wood, you export jobs. That's what you end up with. I want to provide jobs. परसों आपने एक न्यूज पढ़ी होगी, प्रधानमंत्री उनके गुरु, जो आध्यात्मिक एक तरह से गुरु उनके थे, क्योंकि आपको मालूम है प्रधानमंत्री यंग एज में वो तो सन्यासी बनकर हिमालय में ही जाना चाहते थे, तपश्चर्या और उसी में लगे रहना चाहते थे. वो गुरु थे, उन्होंने कहा नहीं आपकी कैपेसिटी में देख रहा हूं, आप वापस जाइए, लोगों में जाइए और काम करिए, आप ही नेतृत्व दे सकते हो, आप जाइए. तो उनको मिलने के लिए गए थे. तब उन्होंने कहा, वचन दिया कि मैं अब प्रधानमंत्री हूं तो मैं आपको वचन देता हूं कि मैं गरीब को छत, रोजगार और 24 घंटे बिजली दूंगा. यही है शिष्य का वचन जो गुरु को दिया. और इसका मतलब क्या है? रोजगार इज द की ऑफ डेवलपमेंट. और रोजगार ही हम एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे तो फिर तो खत्म है कहानी. और इसलिए स्किल, स्केल सबकी जब हम बात कर रहे हैं तो रोजगार उसका आत्मा है. एंड द एम्प्लॉयमेंट, हाउ इट कैन बी नर्चर्ड, even in this small example of forestry. And let me tell you, announce here that we have decided that we will allow sustainable forestation and harvesting of forest in PPP mode, and that is what we will announce, and will allow private industries who are importing woods, we will give them land, we'll take revenue sharing and rent of it, will make them compel that 10% of the land they must grow local species so that the forest remains forest. But the degraded forest, they are degraded lands. The degraded lands can be converted into a real forest. They are forest land on paper, but there is no forest on the land. That's the degraded land. That's a forest on paper, because it is a forest land, as registered as forest land. But there is no actual forest, it's a degraded land. And how to cultivate this degraded land? 1/3 of the forest area today is degraded land. We are starting with public-private partnership, where land will remain of the government, but the private industries who are importing wood will be allowed to grow wood, do commercial harvesting in a scientific way. Say 1,000 hectares, if some industry takes, they will pay us revenue share, they will pay us rent, and 100 hectares will that grow local forestry which will not cut. but that will be useful for the local population and those who are working with you in the same jungle. And 900 hectares you can very well harvest the way you want it and the way which is sustainable. That saves us from import and also does create new carbon sink. We create new forest, and that's a sustainable way of it. And that also gives a competition to forest department. I want to create competition for forest department, because otherwise forest department thinks that they are the only people who can plant and grow forest. But what happens we know. So I want to create competitive models also. That's the announcement I thought that I should make here. The most important is what we have done in last 1 year is we have come out with, we have made processes simple. My mantra is very simple. Processes transparent, compliance 100%, will check and monitor. That's the rule we want to bring in. And therefore what we have done, online process, automatic process, more decentralization, faster decisions, and now after 1 year I am reviewing. I reviewed everything. Where is the pendency? Why there is a pendency? And we have set the standards. You won't believe, means I couldn't believe that after application, when he used to come to expert appraisal committee after environmental impact assessment study, so experts first meeting they will tell you that terms of reference, you have to do this much also, and therefore then you start study. It used to take anything from 12 months to 15 months to complete the TOR process. We have standardized TOR for all the 39 industrial sectors. Now you can have both application and TOR together, so that you save 1 year. Everywhere we are deleting the word delay, and we are deleting the word delay and we are taking decisions. That's how we want to grow. But also for nature's protection we are making practices more sustainable. So 24/7 monitoring. We identified 17 critically polluting sectors, industrial sectors, in which there are 3,200 units. We gave them notices and said that you have to install 24/7 sensor monitoring sensor machine you have to install on your effluent discharge as well as on your chimney. And I am happy to note today that out of 3,000, 2,000 are big industries, but 1,500 industries have already installed 24/7 monitoring devices. I must salute all the industries, those who have already applied, and others are, because there are certain industries which take little time to come to that mechanism. But now all those pollution on the of affluent or either air pollution, I can map from my office. CPCB has created a dedicated center where all the industries, every minute's data comes up on a graph, and we can monitor it. So we want to make clean India, green India, and we have done this 24/7. We have also made pollution norms more stringent for many industries. We are reviewing each industrial sector and making little more what is the available technology, what is the status, what is the world standard, what can we achieve, what is sustainable. We enter into dialogue with industry, and मैंने एक ट्रेड सीक्रेट भी बताता हूँ. मैंने अधिकारियों को कहा कि अगर इंडस्ट्री 50 के लिए तैयार है तो आप 65 तक स्ट्रेच करिए, लेकिन 100 मत करिए. लेकिन ये मैंने बताया फॉर्मूला, इसके लिए आप 50 की जगह 40 मत बताइए. We can assess it where industry is ready for. We will stretch little, but that is how we all can make progress, because ultimately our goal is sustainable development. And sustainable development can be achieved. We have already come out with all waste management rules, which will be notified next month, because there are thousands of suggestions which we have received on solid waste management, on biomedical waste management, on hazardous waste management, on plastic waste management, on e-waste management, on construction and demolition waste management. So we have done a major revolution in sustainability. And एक शब्द हिंदी का बड़ा अच्छा है, दोहन. दोहन चाहिए, शोषण नहीं चाहिए. Means exploitation is bad and sustainable practices are good. तो वो करना चाहिए. और इसलिए मेरी आपसे दो गुजारिश है. What I am appealing to industries is come out of shortcut mindset. Indian mindset is to search shortcuts. Even when we drive car or a vehicle, we take shortcut. Many times I see congested lanes, I ask people, why you are following this route? Because this is a shortcut. But it takes long time. Why you are following shortcut? You can find alternative route. It may be little detour. It may be 2 kilometers more, but you will reach at destination in a good speed and on time. But that's our mindset. We have to change the mindset of shortcut, and we must think of a life cycle cost. If we think of a life cycle cost, then only we will understand that all the sustainable practices are not only cost, because they are investment or cost in the initial stage. When you install mechanism, when you install technology, when you do certain expenditure in the beginning, it may be costly for that year's business balance sheet. But over a period, payback period is 3 years, 5 years, 7 years. It's not much more beyond that. So payback, when you are paying back, when you gain, I have made distilleries zero liquid discharge. Distilleries were polluting waters to such an extent that it was very bad. So I made compulsory that new units will be ZLD, old units will get time for transition. And that's how we should work together. And therefore, now they are realizing those who have installed ZLD, they will get completely in 5 years payback. So it's a good thing. It's a good sustainable practice. And you don't pollute water. As you rightly said, water is a scarce commodity in India. We have only 2.5% of the world's land mass. We have 17% of human population as well as 17% of cattle population. Both require land, water and food. And we have a limited space and we have only 4% of water resources, fresh water. So we have to conserve water. We have to ensure that it doesn't get polluted. That is sustainability. So let us think of a life cycle cost. Let us not think of shortcuts. And last but not least, important point is Indian industries must start investing more in real terms in research and development. Because unless we research, we won't get that a benefit of research. In 98, I was with Steve Jobs in his Apple for 2 days. And that time Apple was yet in making. But he was describing us what kind of handheld he wants to create. Which will be camera also, which will be tape recorder also. Everything we used to have different equipment, and he wanted to make one equipment which will have all facilities together. When he gave us presentation on the first day, I was IT task force chairman. So it was seeming, we thought that it's a dream, daydream. But that's how things happen. There has to be a crazy dream and a sustained efforts, and he achieved it, but he achieved it through research and development. Today the Chinese and others who are assembling it get very little of it. $150 per phone goes in Apple's pocket. That's the benefit of research and development. What we and China have done over the years to get to this position is we did reverse engineering or copied many things. But that's not a sustainable way. Sustainable way in industrial progress also is research and development. And so research and development, unless we invest really in research and development and come out with newer solutions, we say that we are IT superpower, but we are not. We are IT labor contractors. We have not come out with Facebook. We have not come out with WhatsApp. We have not come out with Google. We have not come out with Windows. We have not come out with any new operating system. We have not come out with, we have not researched and come out with real new products which have changed the Facebook. Narendra Modi going to Zuckerberg, he is very elated now, but because he is going there, that is recognition of the power of technology, research and development. And this research and development gives you additional incremental income. That incremental income will only flow if you have research and development. Now even the sustainability and climate change has become a business for Western world. Because what are the products? What are the new technologies in climate? Clean coal technology, climate technologies, sustainable development practices, SDG. To achieve SDG, every technology is being developed by somebody else. We are just importing. Unless we make and we have the capacity. And Make in India is not about only Foxconn coming here and doing their job here, or GE coming here and doing their, lagaving their factory here. What we are actually intending is, we are calling back our own talented young scientists, technocrats, everybody who are working in foreign labs, come. And we are asking investors to invest. Come, invest, make in India and sell to the world with pride as made in India. That's Make in India. It makes a complete sense. And therefore, our own model we need to develop with research and development. Then only we can achieve both targets. Both targets of sustainable development as well as inclusive growth. That's what Prime Minister says, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Thank you.